What is going on, players, and welcome back to Hungary for Success with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're taking on current holders of the Hungarian Cup, Honved, in the fourth round, and we're going to be taking on Gyor. Did I mention that the transfer window is shutting after the Gyor game? So should be an interesting deadline day. Hopefully we can get rid of some of the players and we can cut some of our wage down, because we are overspending just a touch, just a couple £100. We have agreed to sign a couple of players on pre-contracts, so that's fantastic. We have a couple of players that we're looking to sign on pre-contracts as well. But if you do want to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It makes a massive difference to the channel. So as previously mentioned, we're taking on Honved in the cup. They are the holders. I look at the rules. It says we're supposed to be at home, but then there's some rule that whoever's played the least amount of games at home plays at home. So we're traveling to Honved for this one. Don't know if I like that rule all that much. If we win today's game though, we do get 4,000, I think it is. 4,000. It would be nice if we could make it to the quarterfinal. Nice bit of money in that as well. Like I said, we're not that far over, but we have had players leave. So as you can see, we're trying to bring in Shedlar, our current right/left winger. The head of youth development is still trying to sign this guy, Kukuk. Fine. Like I said, I'm not really fussed. We're also trying to bring in Alex Bursey. Burshi? I'm going to call him Bursey until someone tells me otherwise. This is just a guy that I know from previous FM Hungarian saves, so I'm going to try and bring him in because he's a great player. We have, however, lost Shilig, who didn't really give an awful lot of opportunity to. He's off to Ajka, and Belshiki came to me and said he didn't think he was going to be good enough to play in the first team. So I've offered him out for loan. We'll see how he gets on his loan, and then potentially sell him if he doesn't come good. He's looking to join one of these two teams. Hopefully he does, because losing him would save us 190 quid, which would actually put us under our wage budget, which is fantastic. Don't think any other players have signed since you were here last. No, because we've only played one competitive game, against Szolnok, who we were very unlucky to draw in this game. And because of it, we're 2 points behind Debrecen, who I think lost their last game. If I'm not no, they won. They lost a game recently. Was it always the game against Gyormat, where they got absolutely shit stomped? But yeah, we're going into this game with a relatively unchanged side from the last game. I've had a chat with a couple of the players that weren't playing that well. For example, Gabriel, who is playing horrendously, but I still think he's probably the best bet to start up front for us. Although Delshig has been in pretty good form. I kind of want Delshig to be our impact sub player from now on though. But we're going with a relatively unchanged side. Barna does come in for today's game as the attacking midfielder. We're going back to the 4-2-3-1 to see if that'll do something. And I have swapped to it with just a bang average winger on the right to see if that'll continue doing something. Every now and again, the winger on the right pops up with decent. Every now and again, whoever plays on the right wing pops up and does something. Hoping that today they can do more than just something. But we're going to go out in this game and just see what happens. What's that? Kalash or Christian Tomas? Again, another player that I used to play with my when I was managing the Hungarian team. Clemens. Is this the same? Yeah, I had this guy at this guy was brought in on loan while I was at Wigan in my director of football save. So I'm familiar with him, and I know he's a pretty good centre back. We are, however, under the cosh. Thankfully, just about managed to get it clear. We have won ourselves a corner, which nothing has come of it yet, but Barron has picked it up. Finds Shedlar. Not quite sure who he was trying to find in the box, but we leave the fella off. He's doing his best. I have offered a contract to him because his contract does run out at the end of this season, and pretty much instantly had words with him. Oh, that was who missed the header? Suarez. You're 6'4", buddy. But yeah, I almost instantly had a chat with him then, saying he's not playing well enough. So I'm hoping that he sees that I value him. Was it? Yeah, it was Suarez that missed the header. That's so unfortunate. Shedler. Oh, keeper makes a last ditch save. He was quite lucky to get a hold of that. Our corners have not been the best so far, and yeah, saw that coming from a mile away. Rashako in for today's game because, well, to be honest, I don't know why I brought him in for today's game. We're going to make a few changes. I'm going to put Barna on the left. I'm going to bring Jabo over onto the right. I'm going to take off Shedler for Gajda. He is ex-Honved, so potentially wants revenge. Now that I think about that, it's probably not the best idea. We've just had a player sent off, and I brought on a guy who used to play for this team. We've not had the best of time recently with sending offs. Not great. So yeah, we're going to thrash our arms. I'm going to thrash my arm and say getting sent off early is unacceptable. Unacceptable! Also, Ortiz. Not doing good enough. You need to buck up your ideas. It's not much. I'm going to point my finger and tell everyone that I'm disappointed in them. Hopefully that'll get Gabriel doing something. If not, I'm not sure what to do. I think maybe we bring on Delchig, throw him over to a target man and just kind of hope for the best. Maybe take Barna off, go 3 up top, see what we can do. Right, we're an hour in and we've not done an awful lot. So yeah, I'm going to... Actually, yeah, we're going to go 3 up top. Shabo, you can be pressing forward. I'm going to put Gabriel over here, and we're going to make Delchig, target man in the middle. Ortiz, you're coming off. You're not playing well. Bringing on Bezaros. I don't want to bring on Toth because we've already had one player sent off. I don't want to do it again. Shaba's not playing all that well. We have Gearsick on the bench. We'll potentially bring him on. I'm actually going to pump my fists at the players coming on. I've motivated the 2 of them. If everything goes according to plan, you'll be playing against these lads consistently next season. So ideally, we win this game. We have cleared their corner. Gabriel did walk quite slowly forward, but he's managed to keep a hold of the ball. Mezeras gets it back to Ngazi. To Gaja. Gabriel's through. Gabriel! Get in! Gabriel! He's finally back in the goals. I feel like he's been goalless for so long. He is a very streaky player, but he is probably one of our 2 best players. We're still playing positive. I'm not going to drop down for anything, even if we had another player sent off. Shabo's put Gabriel through. Can Gabriel get a second? Oh! Is that going to go down as Clement's own goal? Oh, it is. It was going wide, wasn't it? Had he not slid in for that, we actually wouldn't have scored it. I don't think. I want to see this again. That's really unfortunate for Shabo and Gabriel. I don't know. That might have hit the post. It maybe was going in, but Clement's got quite a bit of a touch on it, which did force it into the back of the net. Anyway, Christian Tomas gets it across, and Shendri. Quite an easy header, it has to be said, to find the back of the net. We're doing okay. We're not. It's not working. it's fine. I don't really want to take off those two. My wingbacks are good players. And Gazia could take him off. Bring on Toth. Because we all know Toth doesn't do anything stupid. I don't really want to... Okay, we're just not going to make any changes. If it goes to extra time, we'll have 3 changes. It's not going to. Oh, maybe it will. Mersitz doesn't let the ball go past him this time. Their second goal was very easy for the keeper. Just didn't get enough. Just didn't do enough to get there. It is saying that Shenjeri. No. Sharensi needs to come off because he has picked up a bruised knee. I don't want to risk him because he is our best. He's our best winger. Our best left back. He's probably our best winger as well, actually. Do I want to make any more changes? Not. So hard to tell. Because we're playing decently well. Like, we're by no means on top in this game. But we're doing much better than I expected against the team like Honved. Don't want me to take off Shabo and bring on a centre back. Whoa, that was quite the shot. We are lucky. Alright, so they've gone to a 4-2-4. They're going for it. I'm going to point my finger and say, please performance, keep going, lads. Is there anyone I want to have a chat with that's not playing all that well? No, everyone's doing decently well. Shabo does need to come off. He is literally given everything he potential or everything he could. We're going to go be a poacher. Gearsick, I've not tried much in the way of poachers this year. We're going to bring Toth on as well. Do we want him to play as a ball winning midfielder? Do I want another player sent off in this game? Actually, what we'll do, deep lying, and you can be the box to box. Or do I have you as an advanced? Go advanced, because every time I've played a deep line playmaker this year, they don't seem to be that good. They've like completely nerfed, absolutely destroyed the deep line playmaker this year. Last year, the deep line playmaker was an absolute god. This year, not so much. And Tomas, thankfully, sees his shot go wide, but thankfully for us, because it would have been quite disappointing had we conceded from distance. They've been taking quite a few shots from distance, which is definitely something I'm enjoying. We're not letting them get too close to our goal, because every time they do, they score. Don't really want to be conceding goals. Is there anyone on the pitch that's absolutely shattered? We don't have any subs remaining. Okay. Well, that's told me. I think we go attacking just for the last couple of minutes. Demand more. It's frustrated the players. It's the last highlight of the game. Are we going to end up going to penalties again? I sure hope not. Delchig! You're sick! Get in. Delchig, beautiful header on. Gearsick gets it past the keeper. Surely that's the end of it. Surely we've won. We have beaten Honved in extra time. Oh, we did not deserve to win this game. We did not deserve to win this game, but we have. Oh, fantastic. I am so... Get in. I trusted the players we had on the pitch. Only took them out when they weren't playing well or needed to be substituted. We did the business. So it is time to take on Gyor. We have had the draw for the next round, which is the quarterfinal. We're playing against Pushkash Academia. Should be an interesting game. They're sitting, I think it's 4th, 6th in the league. So something has happened since the draw. I didn't bother recording the draw because this video would be far too long otherwise. But MTK have plummeted ever so slightly from the top of the league. But Pushkash sitting in 6th. not doing too bad for themselves. To be honest, I would have expected them to be a little bit higher, but what can you do? We have some transfer update. It is deadline day, as you can see. Wage budget available, £189. We could sign one player right now. I think this guy is potentially going to be the one that'll take that money. If he's not sorted by after the Gyor game, I'm just going to cancel it. It's not good enough to be at the club anyway. But you never know. Might come good at some point. Alex Burzy and Shedlar are both confirmed players coming in. Belchik has gone out on loan. We haven't brought anyone else in, but we have sent 2 of our players out on loan to the same club. So hopefully they won't be fighting too much over first team football. Do they play with an attack? No, okay, they don't. So should be interesting to see which one of them starts. I hope Vas gets the starting position. I think he's a key player anyway. So we'll have to see what happens with that. We do have a slightly smaller squad now, but there isn't too many changes from the last game. Belnizi comes back in for Bold Boy Rashako, who doesn't even get in the bench today. Mesras is going to start in the attacking midfield because Barna was a little non-existent, shall we say, in the last game. Again, did expect to get beaten. The fact that we came out of it with a win was surprising, but I'm more than happy to take it. We do have one player that I've demoted to the under-19s who's been complaining all transfer window that he wants to leave and still hasn't. So we're going to see what happens with him. He probably won't be making any more appearances this season, but you never know. Sometimes players annoy you and then they come back and they're a completely different player. But we did offer to mutually terminate his contract, and he said no. So his contract does run out at the end of the season anyway, so it's not as if it's going to make too much of a difference to us. He's going to be leaving regardless. We did offer him a contract originally. He rejected it, so that's why I'm not too fussed about whether he stays or whether he goes, because it's going to be he's going, but it's just a case of when. And from a throw, somehow we've scored. Karash with the throw. Gabriel gets on the end of it. I'm not sure how he got on the end of it because he was surrounded by players. The keeper just flappy armed at it. Just wrists made of paper mache. That was not his finest moment, I would imagine. I do feel sorry for Gyor because they're originally, before I got the job at Honved, or sorry, not Honved, at Dorogi, I was doing everything in my power to get the job at Gyor. So we could have been doing a Gyor save, but they decided against me. I wasn't good enough for them at the time. And now they've beautiful long ball by their keeper. We have had, was that Belnizi, with an absolute wonder of a stop. And their free kick gets blocked by one of our players. Gabriel is chasing it, but doesn't get there. So we're 38 minutes, nearly 40 minutes in. And we have a free kick just outside the area. Shedlar steps up to take it. Oh, he's hit the post. Their keeper didn't even move. The whippage on it, though. Oh, it was beautiful. It has to be said as well, Gyor having quite a bad season. They were expected to finish, I think it was 4th, and they're sitting in 10th. So it's not ideal for them. I'm going to pump my fists at Gabriel and be like, yeah, I believe that you can do more than what you're already doing. And the majority of the team is inspired, where they're flicking between inspired and motivated. I don't know how anyone could flick. Oh, Depression are losing. Depression are losing. Alright, Gyor. Going to tempt fate here. Gyor haven't had a shot on target. Just saying. We're going to go to the 4-2-4 Foggy Ball version 1. The OG Foggy Ball. We're going to bring on Canalas. We're going to swap Schvedler to play on the left wing. Canalas is going to come on the right. Swap the 2 of you around because I don't want. I just saw it in Nagazi is on a booking. Probably should take him off. We have been just a little bit unfortunate with sending offs recently, so I think we will. I'm going to bring on Toth. Is that my play? Is that what we're doing? We're taking off a guy who's booked for potentially a guy who's going to get sent off. Sure, seems like it. Shedler, I'll take him off for. Do you want to bring on Zugber? Zugbear? Yeah, we're going to bring on. We're going to make that change. We're going to pump our fists at those lads. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't. That time, unfortunately, it did not. They've brought on Tamas Prishkin, who Watford fans will remember with a fondness, I would imagine, maybe. But I remember him. Mitchell's going to come on for Ortiz, just because Ortiz is a little tired, and he's basically the one who runs the most in our team, and he does not get enough credit for the amount of running he does. But we have won the game. How did Debrecen's game end up finishing? Did not see any change in the score. If they lost, we go back top, I will be quite happy with this episode. Imagine beating Honved and Debrecen do lose. Oh, yes! It's all coming up in Millhouse. So we're a point clear of Debrecen. How did Girmot do? Girmot 2-2 draw with Ajka. That's fine. So it's Adam Berko that wants to leave. I've just transfer listed him. I've set him to put him on the unwanted list, just in hopes that somebody will come in and try and sign him. Nobody yet. We've tried loaning him out as well. We've offered him out for loan. Doesn't look like anything is coming from that. We do have a couple of players looking to get pay increases from playing games. So Suarez is one appearance away. Gabriel is one appearance away from getting it. Pretty decent pay rise. Karash, man of the match. Defense work was fantastic. Make it 5 unbeaten. We have been 20 unbeaten at one point this season. Currently spent. Okay, so someone's that already had a pay rise. Not ideal. We're hemorrhaging money again, but we do have the transfer window ending. So I'll bring you back to have a look at the transfers that we end up doing. Right, guys. So the transfer window has now shut, and we didn't do any more business, unless there's a player sold that I forgot about. The wage budget has changed because one of our players got a pay increase. So Ortiz is now on £1,000 a week. Kind of regretting that decision to give him so much money, but Kakuk, it never went through, so it got cancelled, and no, nothing else happened. So we are done, or probably done our transfers. The Adam Berko ended up not leaving, so that's unfortunate. We're going to end up with him until June, so not great. But we do have a couple of players that are on trial at the minute, considering for next season. I'm not 100% sure that they're going to actually get contracts. Probably not, but we have to wait and see. We could end up winning the league. Imagine if we won the league in our first season and getting into the top division. That would be an awful lot quicker than I was expecting. Would be a lot quicker. Yeah, next episode is going to be Push Cash, and I think we'll be taking on Schendlerink, because the Push Cash game, quite an important game for us. Quarterfinals of the Hungarian Cup, which we are at home for. No, we are not. We're away again. Oh, we're the only Division 2 team left though. So we're rank outsiders. We are being dubbed the Giant Killers this season. So hopefully we can continue that. But if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. It does fantastic things for the channel. Don't know how many times I can say. I could say it a million times in an episode. It makes a massive difference. And I really want everyone to know about Hungarian football. So if you could like the video, that would make me happy and I will like you more. Thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!